What does her work matters mean to you?
Two Black women navigating their journeys, sharing their experiences,
creating a safe space,
and being authentic.
Rooted in abundance and evolution.
Welcome to the pod.
Much. All right.
Anyway,
we back, y'all.
Welcome back again.
Yes.
We are here this time to talk about choosing peace over proving yourself. I love this because this is all me.
This is my life. My life. This is my life in my Michelle voice.
Girl, why I thought you were singing Love and Hip Hop. This is the life.
This is the life. No, I'm singing somebody who was on there.
That's why I was like, hold on, wait.
Okay. Yeah.
But okay, so my first point is choosing peace over proving yourself. So when you have to defend your decisions or having to prove your value and make sure people get you, like I feel like that's me trying to make sure people get me and understand my character, like, but that's not who I am. But like, you know me and you know that's not who I am.
You know that's not how I am. Yeah.
Why are you like, why would you? And then I be getting mad because I'm like,
why they not getting it? And that's not who I am.
I need you to understand.
Yeah. I feel like I have forever been a little misunderstood. I feel like I've always been misunderstood. I feel like I've always been the one to, like, I don't know. I think this episode, what did I think? I was like, sometimes it feels like I'm the black sheep in general. Like, not just in my family.
In life.
I do, because it's like, I do care. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I do care about what people who I care about think about me. I care.
Yes, for sure.
Sometimes I do care about what strangers think about me if it's like going to affect my character or how people move with me. I do. I don't necessarily care about, other stuff, but like when it's coming to my character, I care about that. So it's hard for me to just like let it go. I'm also a very passionate person. So when I'm trying to tell you something, I'm always meaning well. So when it's not received like that, I feel like I gotta prove like I didn't.
It's not how I meant.
Yeah. And I get tired of that.
And I'm tired. Because at the end of that, they still don't get it.
They still don't get it. And some people just choose not to get it.
That was the point that I was going to make further on. But yes, so it's going to get to that point. Some people have just
made up their mind about you.
They made up their mind that that's how you are. And
that's it.
They don't want to change how they view you.
I struggle with being okay with that.
Me too.
Because even though I recognize, okay, they're just choosing to be like this. This is a choice. That's what they want to believe. I have a hard part with the let them believe it part.
Yeah,
because you're not going to be out here.
That's not me.
No.
And I don't need you toting nothing about me. That's incorrect. That's
exactly.
You've been misinformed.
That's not it. So yeah, I don't like that. I don't like being misunderstood. I don't like feeling like the black sheep in life. I just feel so different from other people sometimes. Like, especially like people my age, I feel so distant from people my age. I feel like I don't relate. A lot of conversations where like I can be talking to my husband about something that's bothering me, just in general, like something we might have seen on like Twitter or something that we sent to each other, and I'd be so passionate about talking about it, and he'd be like, I be telling you people aren't like you though. Like, you're different. Like, people don't think like that. I'm like, but that's what makes sense. But they're not thinking like that. And that's the part I struggle with. Like, why aren't they?
Why can't you? They don't have. Some people don't have the capacity to think.
And that's why I be getting lost, because I'm like, how can I dumb myself down to like?
I don't want to.
I can't. I don't want to, and I can't, because even when I try to dumb myself down and to understand where you coming from, I'm still gonna be making it like, this don't make no damn sense.
It's still not adding up. I'll look at the equation again. I'm still not understanding how you got -2.
Huh?
Mine is 4. My answer is 4. Yours is -2.
And you're cool with that? Like, some people be cool with that.
And I have the correct answer though. But you're okay with it being -2. You're not gonna try to work there. You're okay with that?
Yes. That is where my struggle comes with trying to like prove myself with people. And I feel like family wise, when it comes to like my accomplishments, I think I did a lot of things. I definitely did stuff for me, but I feel like some things, it's a little spite in there. So it's a little spite in there. It's a little bit of when it comes to my dad specifically. I think it's a lot of like, well, since you ain't do shit, I'm gonna show you what my mama did. And I did that shit. And you didn't do nothing.
You see it.
Yeah. And for me, it's like, you can't say nothing to me because I've proven myself.
Yeah.
But it's like, in that situation, it doesn't even matter me proving myself because you're still gonna show up and be the same person. You don't care what I've accomplished. You don't care that I do well. You're still gonna be the same person. So I have to just be okay with you not caring.
You not giving a damn.
You don't care. And that be the crazy part. And it's crazy when it comes from your parents, you be like, you supposed to care. Like, if don't nobody else care,
what kind of reaction is this?
Or what I've gotten from some people is, well, sometimes you just come off like it's hard. Some people have told me it's hard to talk to me because I have accomplished a lot and they feel like they don't know how to talk to me. Like, for example, like I can be in a conversation with somebody, like I'll just bring up, like, we can be talking about like, oh yeah, I did this, da da da. So I did have a conversation with somebody and she was like, my brother's graduating at 16. I was like, oh, that's great. I was like, you know, there's good people graduating. I was like, I graduated at 16 too. And it was like, she was like, it's just really hard to talk to you sometimes because it's just like, I don't know what to say with some, like, I don't get that. So I feel like sometimes I don't diminish what I've accomplished, but I don't talk about it. I don't bring it up. I don't like make it known because I don't want people to feel like, I'm not approachable.
Are you uncomfortable with my accomplishments? I'm trying to figure out what's the uncomfortable part about me expressing that. Oh, I can relate to that because I've experienced that too. Why does it make you uncomfortable?
Because it's also somebody who's like, I've had conversations with, as far as like, I went to college and all these things, so it's kind of like, I don't know, Deasia.
I know you don't know. That would just be my question to the person.
I don't know.
What's making you uncomfortable though?
Like, I literally told my mama one time, I said, sometimes even in my job, I feel like people don't act like they don't relate to me or like they can't understand me because they don't know me. Or they know only certain things. Like, of course, at my job, like, clearly, I had to go to school for this to get the job, so I went to school. And some of the people that I work with, like, they feel some type of way about that. Like, they'll come in already like, well, you're not finna come in here and like you know everything just because you educated. I've had somebody tell me that, like, okay, and I never was gonna do that, but all right. But I'm also not gonna dim my stuff down for being educated. When did being educated when did that become like a negative thing?
Not because I'm educated, ma'am.
But I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, and I'm not telling you have to prove anything to me. But maybe you feel like you have to prove something to me because I've proven to myself what I can do. Everything I've done that I wanted to because I wanted to do it, I wanted to put myself, you can do that, like, and I did that.
I feel like in those situations, people,
and then I feel like I'm being judged on the flip side.
Yeah, like it's giving low key, like you kind of insecure in what you have going on. And so when I show up and I got all this stuff going on, and it's not even like I'm gloating. That's what I'm saying. It's not even like I'm gloating, or it's like, oh, my life is just wonderful and everything's going great. It's like I'm just talking about my experiences and what I've been through. It's making you uncomfortable, and I also think it's because of your age. I think people don't think you are supposed to have accomplished the things that you have accomplished at your age because of where you are. Like for some people, they be like, oh, you've done all that.
Yeah. And then it's like, I'm 25.
And they be like, oh. Yeah. So I think from that perspective, I think that's when people can be like, I don't know how to talk to you because like we not.
And that's where I start feeling like I have to prove myself that I am relatable.
Oh, I'm your age, I promise.
That's why I start trying to prove myself to be relatable because what?
Well, don't put me in the ground, don't count me out.
But I notice like if I'm at work and I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, well, yeah, I'm like, my mom had me as a teenager, da, da, da. I grew up in the projects, da, da, da. Then people, it's a difference. It's a whole different conversation that happens. I didn't become more relatable. I didn't become one of you. But I always been one of you.
Yeah, always been.
That's always been my story. Like, just because I did all that did not change the fact of how I got here, how I was brought up, that didn't change any of that. It didn't change any of that. It's just I did something. Because I did something, it makes it difficult for you, and I have to prove myself to you that I'm relatable.
When I'm relatable,
I don't like it. It's a terrible circle.
it is.
It's a sick circle. Because I know I'm relatable, and I just don't like that I'm always trying to prove that I am. That's the thing. That's
not
I don't
fair.
Like. Yeah,
because
that's what I don't like.
And you ain't even give me a chance. Like, you already done got this preconceived notion of who you think I am based off of whatever you read. Cause it can't be from talking to me. It gotta be based off of something you saw or read or heard from somebody else. Because it can't be me.
No.
That's wild. I'm not in the space of proving myself no more.
I'm done with that. Like, that's why I said I'm at the point, like, I'm not trying to diminish who I am in general, like my personality. If it's too big for you, I said it before, like, okay, move on. Like, I'm not gonna make myself small for you. I'm not gonna diminish where I've gotten in life. I'm not gonna diminish the people around, because some people, they get mad when I say that too. I'm not gonna be around certain people, and I'm not gonna be around certain people around my people. I'm not gonna lie, I have great friends who have a lot going for themselves, so I'm not just gonna put anybody around them. Not happening. And if that make you feel some type of way because you like, oh, you think they are. Some they are too good to be, and some they are.
Yeah.
Why would I bring somebody in here that's gonna try to mess up the feng shui?
Yeah.
We're all good. We're all good.
Yeah.
And no, it's not a thing of like, oh, well, you only want friends that are like you. It's not that. We just happen to have similar mindsets and we get along well.
I want like-minded people around.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't need nobody put me in those situations
because you don't have much to lose.
Jeopardy.
No.
I got stuff to lose.
I have a lot to lose. I have a lot to lose.
I need you to care about your life, care about my life.
Yeah.
All the things.
And if I see already that you don't care that much for yourself, I don't really feel like I have no points to prove to you. Like, I used to always feel like I needed to be able to relate to everyone. Like, any room I'm in, I feel like I need to relate to them. And I've realized now that's just not true. Some things I'm not going to be relate to, and that's okay. And some things I will be, and that's fine. But I also feel like I don't have to prove that I deserve to be in your presence. I don't want nobody to act like they have to prove to deserve that they deserve to be in my presence. Just show up, and if it authentically works, then it works. But this whole running in circles, I'm changing who I am essentially to try to be seen or perceived a certain way. I'm done.
I'm over it. So far over.
I'm done.
Cause I'm so, like I said in the other episode, I'm so secure in who I am and how I'm showing up and the things that I'm bringing to the table. There is no way that anything you say is gonna make me think twice about who I am.
No, cause I know who I am.
I'm gonna laugh.
Like, I've worked really hard to learn who this adult version of me is. And is there things she needs to work on? Yes, but there's also some things that she's good. She's good. And there's I feel like there's no reason that anybody, I'm really talking about this, but anybody really should have to be like, well, dang, I don't feel good from leaving that because, you know, it just made me feel like, like, and that's how you're like, it just something right where I feel like I was trying too hard, and I say too much. All of that goes into proving yourself. So it's like, I just want to be able to walk in the room, be who I am, leave the room. I enjoy myself.
Done. Great time.
That's it.
And I'm not leaving feeling depleted either.
That's the one.
Because when I'm showing up and I'm not being who I am, now I'm playing a role.
I got a mask on.
And also, when you're not being your authentic self and you playing a role and then you show back up again and you not playing that role anymore, you trying to be your authentic self, people like,
who is this
girl? We didn't even know.
Girl, people definitely be shocked. That's why I be telling people, like, when I'm at work, that is not the real me. I'm not gonna lie to you, that is not it.
It's not.
That is not it. Certain environments, I know, can't be, you know, you gotta, it's not changing. Sometimes you need to know when you need to reel it in. Because everything ain't for everybody.
Absolutely.
Like, everybody's not gonna get my little inside jokes that my friends would get. Everybody's not gonna get my dark humor all the time. That's not for everyone here. And sometimes that goes into how people perceive you. And then when you do that stuff, and then they look at you a certain way, now you're trying to backpedal and prove why you're not like that. But that is who you are, and that's okay.
Who you are.
That's who you are. They just didn't like that. They didn't accept that part, and they ain't got to.
And they don't have to. And you don't have to change because somebody don't like something about you. If you like it and it's not harming anybody, don't change that.
Don't change that. No. Don't change that. I feel like, and there's nothing wrong with being corrected by people who you
trust.
Yes.
You gotta make it safe.
You okay? Because it can't just be.
It's gonna go left real quick.
Real fast.
I'm on the fight.
Huh? Because that's me. What was said?
Challenge.
Okay. Very much. And I'm ready to go. Scorpion kick. I'm done. Because you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
But anyway.
I saw it in my head.
Yeah. But no, like, we just shouldn't have to prove ourselves. And honestly, a part of me proving myself has become a lot of me. I feel like I've gotten more quiet over the years, not like tone-wise, but like things I say. 'Cause I'm very opinionated. I feel like everybody knows I'm very opinionated.
You are.
I'm very like, I'm gonna say what I want to say. I gotta say what I'm gonna say. But that has not helped me sometimes. So I'm like, now I just be like, I'm just.
Yeah, you do a lot of Zaria. Let's not say that.
Yes, I do a lot of that now because Zaria used to just come off the cuff with anything like, oh well, shrug shoulders. Oh well, wherever it lands.
Oh well,
I don't care.
Take it.
Yeah, and it's like then when people are looking at you a certain type of way, and you like, well, dang, why they thinking
What
like
I
that?
do?
Too much. You did too
The
much.
most. Just a little.
The most.
Let's run the tape back.
Yeah.
Let's rewind.
Yeah. Cause I don't ever want nobody to think they gotta prove themselves to me. Like
I'd rather you not.
I'd rather you not, but I'm saying it's like a two-way street with this
Yeah.
because I don't want you to prove yourself to me, but also I just said like I don't want everybody around me, so like I can't just be accepted and everybody want to come here. So it's like it's a level of authenticity that has to show up where it's like you don't have to prove yourself because I feel like you're cool. You can be
cool.
around.
Yeah.
You're not gonna cause no issues. You're not gonna be trying to mess nobody's stuff up. Like you're gonna be encouraging. You're trying to be a part of the community.
Yes.
But if you ain't trying to do that, you gotta go. Yeah.
I don't have any more points.
Okay.
That was it for me.
Yeah, me too.
I just feel like, you know,
I feel like that was straight to it.
We're not proving ourselves to any more people. If you started your year off with that, let's go ahead and nip that in the bud.
Oh, I did have one more point. Sorry, y'all.
Okay, let's hear it.
Because my one of my information just reminded me what it was. I think this actually goes for both of us, but you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I feel like we are both very honest people.
Yes.
Truthful people. And that can be hard for some people. And that goes into like, not necessarily trying to prove like that we're not harsh when we come off with saying things, but I think, when you're being honest, people don't like it. So it can't come off like they don't like me and now you're trying to prove a point, but you was just honest and said what needed to be said and nobody liked it. Yeah. So I think sometimes that play into the proving because like I said what needed to be said, but they didn't like it. So how can I fix it? But sometimes
you can't.
Sometimes it just need to be.
You can't, and you just got to say that.
Yeah.
Because like
some things just need to be said.
Some things just need to be said.
Delivery can be well, but I'm saying some things do need to be said. Yeah. Because I can't stand being around somebody who I noticed something about them and then I say something like, not talking about them, but like, did you notice that? And people are like, that's just what they do, da da da. Oh no, I'm gonna get that in the bud because somebody let you get away with this too long. No.
Not with me.
Not with me.
They can treat you like
but
that.
But not me. So I'm gonna have to make them uncomfortable. And now we finna have a little yeah, so it's gonna be a little tension.
We're gonna slide through.
Yeah, we are.
It's gonna be fine.
So yeah, that was my last one. I just feel like, sometimes when you are an honest, truthful person, it can make you feel like you gotta prove other points because everybody don't like honest, truthful people.
And it be feeling like sometimes when I say stuff and immediately after I say it, it's like I start trying to make it sound better. Make it sound better. And it's like, no.
So like correcting is not always a challenge.
Like you said, and ultimately you trying to make it sound better is not really helping it because you already said it. So like
so
the person already heard whatever you initially said. They already heard that. They're not hearing this.
They're not hearing nothing
clean up on aisle 3 you trying to do. They don't hear that.
Yeah.
So that was that for that episode.